So this is actually the pack I use or I buy, but they have it in smaller packs, and you can also mix and match the colors you want. I get them from Walmart. It's called the embroidery floss. They have so many beautiful colors, and I mostly like using them especially on little girls' hair. So depending on the size of braids, it's going to determine if I will double the thread or single. And most times I like, if I'm not using the multicolored, even when I'm using the multicolored, I like blending it in. Like assuming somebody say, okay, I want to do red. All right. So assuming somebody says, I want to do red, I'm not just going to use this red only. I might decide to put red, the deep or lighter shade, depending if I'm doing two. But most times I like using 3 colors. So with this red, I might say, okay, 1, 2. This is too close to this, so no. Or maybe white. I can decide to use 3 of this, or this, or maybe a blue. I'm just showing you sometimes what I do. Blue and blue. 3 of this. Same with green sometimes, but sometimes, especially with the children, they like picking their own colors, and then you blend with what they want. So this is my extension for braiding. I separate it. So if I want to braid, have this here, have this here. Now if I'm using 2 colors, I just get 1 for here, but I make sure it doesn't get up to the end. I just make sure it doesn't get up to the very tip, because you need the extension to close it up. And then the other color, that is if I'm using 2 colors, so if I'm using 2 colors, depending if I'm doubling it, I'm going to have 1 color here. By the time I fold this, I'm going to have 2 here and then 2 strands here. If I'm using, maybe I'm just using 1 strand, then when it's folded, I cut it off from here, and then I just tuck this in when I'm braiding, and then put just 1 strand here. Now if I'm making use of, say, 3 colors, all right, so we'll still go with this. If I'm making use of 3 colors, 3 colors are definitely going to be 2 strands. I can't do 3 colors with just 2 strands. It's not that I can't, difficult, but hey, it's a lot more work. So if I'm using 2 strands, this is what I actually do. I measure out my 3rd color. So now I have 3 colors, 1 on that, then I have this. What I then do is I cross it over here and here, and make sure when you do cross it over that this does not come on the same line. You need to be able to finish braiding one before you get to the other end, so that you don't have them on the same length. So if I'm using 3 colors, this is what I have. So this is what I have for my 3 colors, and then now I'm going to show you the braiding technique. You can also do this with other different strands. Sometimes I use something like this. This one is called the Elastic CAD Creative. Sometimes I use this, or anything you want to use, you know, just to add some color to the hair without necessarily adding colored braiding hair. I'm just going to show you my braiding technique for this.